Of course, the hope and the desire for all college football schools is to have a happy fan base. But if you can't have a happy one, you at least want an engaged one. It seems as though they've got neither at USC, where apathy is set in. We got Matt Zemek on the line from Trojan's Wire to help us break down USC football, and another disheartening loss, this time against Utah. So records are falling. A couple of weeks back, it was Oregon State who won for the first time in forever, meaning 1960 at the Coliseum. And now Utah wins for the first time against the Trojans in Los Angeles, Matt. My goodness.
Yeah, so I'm here to break down USC football, and USC football is very much broken down at this point. It's interesting that 3 of the top 5 rated quarterbacks in the Pac-12 through the first 6 weeks of the season, they've played USC. Like, USC is the team you play if you want your quarterback stats to get fattened up. A case in point, I mean, Utah's offense had been bad, and it just rolled through USC like a knife through hot butter. But another example is look at what's happened with Oregon State in the 2 weeks since it played USC. Now, Oregon State scored 45 points. Chance Nolan, the quarterback, completed 15 of 19 passes. Had a great stat line against USC. He didn't throw for 50 yards the following week against Washington, and then Oregon State loses to Washington State the next week. So, he's been a bad passing quarterback. He's a good running quarterback, but he's been a bad passing quarterback. And so, just in retrospect, the fact that he fattened up his stats so much against USC that he's still one of the top 5 rated passers in the Pac-12, that really shows how non-existent USC's defense is. And because USC's defense is so non-existent, giving up 42 points or more to 3 mediocre opponents at home, Stanford, Oregon State, Utah, and trailing by at least 18 points in the third quarter in all of these games, trailing by at least 25 points at some point in the second half of all these games. I mean, it's no wonder that USC fans have checked out. Why would you care about this? Why would you want to keep focusing on this, investing your time in this? I mean, at least we're recording this now. People might listen to this later in the week on your YouTube channel. The Dodgers, at least right now, are still alive. Maybe they'll get eliminated, but at least you'd rather focus on the Dodgers than USC football if you're in Los Angeles. Why would you invest in this? Everybody's just waiting for the head coach to be named. And of course, it's not going to happen until at least Thanksgiving, maybe not mid-December. And it's such a broken record. At least USC could perhaps be down by just, 7 or 8 points in the fourth quarter, or it's still a game. But this is an amazing fact, Mark. Not one of the 6 USC games this year has involved a scenario, whether the Trojans are leading or trailing. Not one of these games has involved a scenario in which the trailing team has the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. USC led San Jose State 13-7 at the start of the fourth quarter in week 1 and had the ball at the start of the fourth quarter, kicked a field goal. So when San Jose State got the ball back, it did not have a chance to tie or take the lead. It was down 9 points, 16-7. That's the closest USC game all year. So it's been an amazingly drama-free season. And you contrast that, Mark, with the amazing season we're seeing nationally. All these amazing games, these absurd plot twists, Clemson losing twice, Alabama losing as an 18-point favorite against A&M, all these wonderful, crazy 2007-style plot points, and USC's had the most boring season out of everybody. It's hard to wrap the mind around.